Have you ever stopped and looked at your life, wondering why some people keep growing, keep evolving, and keep achieving one milestone after another, while others stay stuck in the same routines, the same jobs, the same patterns, year after year? The truth is, it's not always about talent, intelligence, or even hard work. It's about something deeper, something invisible that shapes every decision you make and every habit you form: your environment. Think about it for a moment. A seed has everything it needs inside it: the full potential of a tree, the strength to bear fruit, the ability to grow tall and strong. But if that seed is planted in dry soil, with no sunlight and no water, it doesn't matter how strong the seed is, it will never grow. On the other hand, if the same seed is planted in fertile ground, with the right amount of light and nourishment, it flourishes into something extraordinary. You are that seed, and your environment is the soil. This is why the people around you, the places you spend your time in, and even the content you consume are shaping your future more than you realize. You can have all the motivation in the world, but if you're surrounded by negativity, distraction, and stagnation, your growth will always feel like a struggle. But the good news is, the opposite is also true. If you design your life to surround yourself with growth environments, you make success almost inevitable. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into how you can create and choose the environments that help you grow. We'll explore powerful insights and practical steps you can apply starting today. Point one first. We'll uncover the true influence of your environment and why sometimes it's even stronger than your willpower. You'll see how changing your surroundings can transform your results faster than you ever thought possible. Point two next. We'll talk about choosing the right people, because the truth is, your friends and the people you spend the most time with are shaping your mindset, your energy, and ultimately, your destiny. Point three then, we'll get into how to create a growth-friendly space, both physically and digitally. Whether it's a small reading corner in your house, a distraction-free work desk, or simply curating your phone to feed you positivity and knowledge instead of endless noise. Point four and finally, we'll reveal the secret of continuous exposure to growth, the power of daily repetition, and how small, consistent inputs of learning and inspiration can transform you into a completely different person over time. This is not just theory, and it's not just motivational talk. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, practical roadmap to build an environment that pulls you upward instead of dragging you down. If you've ever felt stuck, uninspired, or trapped in a circle that holds you back, this episode will give you the exact strategies to break free and surround yourself with the kind of environment where growth becomes natural, consistent, and unstoppable. So, if you're ready to stop being limited by your surroundings and start building an environment that makes success inevitable, stay tuned, because this could be the turning point that changes everything. The influence of your environment is far greater than most people ever realize. You may think that your success depends only on your willpower, motivation, or discipline, but the truth is, even the strongest can be crushed if it's placed in the wrong surroundings. Imagine trying to light a candle in the middle of a storm. It doesn't matter how strong the flame is, the storm will blow it out. In the same way, if your environment is filled with negativity, constant distractions, and people who don't believe in growth, your inner fire will slowly fade away. History and personal stories prove this over and over again. There are countless examples of people who didn't dramatically change who they were inside, but instead, they changed where they were and who they surrounded themselves with, and their lives transformed. A student who was failing in school suddenly excelled when placed in a class with encouraging teachers and ambitious peers. An entrepreneur struggling to find clarity finally unlocked success after joining a mastermind group filled with like-minded innovators. These transformations weren't because the person suddenly became more intelligent or talented. They simply stepped into an environment that nurtured their growth instead of suffocating it. Think about it. A plant cannot grow in the shade. No matter how much potential the seed holds, without sunlight, water, and the right soil, it stays small and weak. But place that same seed in fertile ground, under the warmth of the sun, and it will grow tall, strong, and full of life. You're that seed. Your potential is already inside you. The only question is, Are you giving yourself the right environment to grow, or are you keeping yourself in the shadows? Your environment influences the way you think, the habits you build, the dreams you pursue, and even the limits you set for yourself. That's why if you want to change your future, the very first step is to change your environment. Because when you surround yourself with growth, positivity, and possibility, your success becomes not just a dream, but a natural and inevitable outcome. Choosing the right people is one of the most powerful decisions you will ever make in your life, because the people you surround yourself with are a direct reflection of your future. There's an old saying, "Show me your friends, and I will show you your future." And it couldn't be more true. If you spend most of your time with people who complain, settle for less, and make excuses, sooner or later you'll find yourself doing the same. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, driven, and positive people who are constantly growing, you will naturally rise to their level. There's a simple but powerful rule. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're surrounded by 5 successful people, you will almost certainly become the 6th. Their habits will rub off on you. Their standards will push you higher. Their energy will inspire you when your own motivation runs low. On the other hand, if you're surrounded by 5 negative people, guess what? You'll become the 6th one without even realizing it. Think about it. Our thoughts, our energy, and even our self-belief are influenced by those around us. A single encouraging friend can give you the courage to take a risk you were afraid of. A mentor can help you avoid mistakes that would have cost you years. And sometimes, just being in the presence of someone who thinks bigger can stretch your vision of what's possible for your own life. How do you choose the right people? Start by evaluating your current circle. Ask yourself, do these people lift me up? Or do they pull me down? Do they challenge me to grow? Or do they make me feel stuck? Then, make intentional choices. Seek out people who inspire you, even if you don't know them personally yet. Follow their content, read their books, listen to their podcasts. Limit your time with those who drain your energy, and maximize your time with those who give you clarity, confidence, and direction. At the end of the day, success is not a solo journey. The people you choose to walk with can either accelerate your growth or hold you back for years. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your potential, who celebrate your progress, and who push you to keep climbing higher. Because when you choose the right people, you're not just shaping your friendships, you're shaping your future. Creating a growth-friendly space is one of the most underrated but life-changing steps you can take toward success. Most people think growth is only about big decisions. But the truth is, your physical and digital environment silently controls your focus, your clarity, and your energy every single day. The space you live and work in is either helping you grow or holding you back. Imagine trying to focus on your goals while your desk is cluttered, your phone is buzzing with endless notifications, and your surroundings are filled with noise and distraction. No matter how motivated you are, chaos around you creates chaos inside you. But when you design a space that supports your growth, everything changes. A simple, clean, organized environment sends a powerful signal to your brain. This is a place for clarity, discipline, and creativity. Start small. Build a reading corner in your home with just a few books that inspire you. Create a dedicated work spot, even if it's just a small desk, that you associate only with focus and productivity. Eliminate distractions from your environment. A tidy room, a clutter-free desk, and a phone that only feeds you useful, motivating content can transform the way you think and act. Your phone, for example, can either be a constant source of wasted hours or one of your greatest tools for growth. Follow creators, podcasts, and channels that teach you, inspire you, and challenge you to improve. Unfollow the noise. Curate your digital environment just as carefully as your physical one. The power of simplicity cannot be overstated. A minimal, distraction-free environment clears your mental space and gives you the freedom to focus on what truly matters. It doesn't matter how big your house is or how expensive your tools are. What matters is that your environment is designed to serve your goals, not sabotage them. At the end of the day, growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. And when you create a growth-friendly space, you're building a daily system that makes focus, learning, and progress feel natural and effortless. Your environment should remind you of your future, not your past. So take control of it, simplify it, and let it become the silent partner that pushes you closer to success every single day. Continuous exposure to growth is the secret ingredient that turns short-term motivation into long-term transformation. One inspirational video won't change your life, one book won't rewrite your habits, and one seminar won't instantly make you successful. Real change happens through consistency, through feeding your mind and spirit with growth every single day until it becomes second nature. Think about how the human brain works. Every thought you repeat creates a stronger pathway in your mind. The more you expose yourself to positive, empowering, and educational ideas, the more natural they become. Over time, growth stops being something you force yourself to do and starts becoming part of who you are. Just like going to the gym builds your muscles, daily exposure to growth builds your mindset. History is full of stories of people who weren't born extraordinary, but became extraordinary through consistent input. The young student who listened to one audiobook every morning during his commute eventually became a leading expert in his field. The entrepreneur who replaced an hour of scrolling with an hour of reading business books built a company that changed his life. These weren't giant, dramatic steps. They were small, repeated actions multiplied over time. So, how can you apply this? Start with just 15 minutes a day. Read a few pages of a book that inspires you. Watch a video that teaches you something new. Journal your progress. Listen to uplifting podcasts, or spend time reflecting on what you've learned. These tiny daily exposures add up to massive transformation. Remember this: consistency beats intensity. A small drop of water can carve a rock if it falls continuously. In the same way, exposing yourself daily to growth will slowly but surely carve a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. Growth isn't a one-time event, it's a lifestyle. And the more you immerse yourself in it, the more unstoppable you become. As we close this chapter, remember this truth: your environment is not just a background. It is the stage where your entire future is written. It's not a luxury, and it's not random. It's a conscious investment, one that shapes your mindset, your opportunities, and ultimately, your destiny. That if you don't see a growth environment around you, don't wait for it to magically appear. Create it yourself. Be the one who plants the seed of positivity, who starts the book club, who shares empowering ideas, who transforms a small corner of their room into a sanctuary for learning. Don't underestimate the power of what you build today. Environments may seem invisible, but they hold the power to change everything about who you become. And here's your reminder: growth doesn't start tomorrow. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It starts now, today, with the smallest step you decide to take. Even one choice, like replacing negativity with one uplifting video, or surrounding yourself with one encouraging friend, can start a chain reaction that shifts your entire life trajectory. Before you leave, I have a challenge for you. Share this video with someone in your circle who you want to grow with. Let's build a collective environment of growth together, because when one of us rises, we all rise. And I'd love to hear from you. Who is the one person you'd like to add to your growth environment? Drop their name or your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful reminders, because your future self will thank you for every small choice you make today.